A lot of guys that are looking at that 20 years saying, the way that things are now, I think I'm going to pack it in.
They keep us safe from accused and dangerous criminals, but at one Utah jail, that mission is getting harder and harder to accomplish. Dave?
Indeed it is. Low pay, high scrutiny, and the threat of violence. It's creating a staffing crisis at police departments all across the country. Tonight, news specialist Andrew Adams has an exclusive look behind the scenes at a Utah jail that knows the challenge perhaps better than anyone. Andrew?
Dave, the Utah County Jail currently houses about 900 inmates on a given day. That's up 50% from when the jail expanded in 2008. Keeping an eye on all those inmates is hard enough, but given the current situation, deputies really have to stretch. Behind these heavy metal doors, a world few ever see or want to visit.
Sergeants and security office right there.
Inside the Utah County Jail.
We verify that all the inmates are here, that they're safe, that they're accounted for.
For Deputy Jeff Pearson, this is daily life, directly supervising the 64 inmates in this cell block.
You're here, you can see the problems, you can watch them. As things develop, you're able to put a stop to problems before they become a major issue.
By all appearances, an extremely smooth operation. But beneath the surface,
We have had some challenges, certainly.
a constant reminder hangs on the wall in Chief Deputy DARIN DURFEY's office.
And these yellow tags actually represent the current open positions.
He says he's down 12 bodies, 25 if you look back at the original plans for the jail's expansion in 2008.
We're on mandatory overtime because we're short-staffed.
With some deputies working enough overtime to call it a second full-time job.
It means they're working 166 hours in 2 weeks. That's probably not somebody who's fully attentive, but we have people that do that.
DURFEY says minimum safety and security issues are being met, but
Does that create issues? Sure, it does. You know, you start to burn people out.
KSL exclusively obtained a strategic plan created for the Utah County Commission that illustrates the current landscape at the jail and the additional challenges the staffing levels present, including
Carlos is next.
in the mailroom, where Randy Olander has to scrutinize up to 4,000 letters per week on her own.
Look for contraband, watermarks, because we're not sure whether it's water, coffee stains, because we don't know whether it's coffee.
All while helping to stow inmates' property.
Which means that all of that mail probably doesn't get screened, and it doesn't get screened effectively.
To DURFEY,
We see that there's some potential bad times ahead.
the situation could get worse on a variety of fronts if staffing isn't addressed.
I've got a workforce, probably 25% of the workforce here in corrections, that can retire within the next year and a half.
At a time when hiring is proving slow and difficult, this administrator hopes to keep the jail running effectively.
Those are all things that we want to address and make sure that we're planning for the future.
One of the biggest issues with hiring, wages. I'm told recently that was addressed through an entry-level wage increase, but administrators say pay and benefits are going to continue to be an issue. They recommend changes there in this plan, along with staffing increases in a variety of areas in the jail.